Alright guys, hopefully you can hear me now. This is going to be the last flight of 2023. We had a Christmas miracle happen in Michigan today. There's some blue sky you can actually see. So I thought I'd take advantage of it and do a quick flight in the old cruiser. Set the field elevation of 920, and then we just sit here and wait for the engine to warm up. Not really going anywhere. I'm just going to go up and enjoy a little bit of late evening flying with some blue sky. Overcast at 2300 right now. Good enough for a little flight in a cruiser. This airplane's been flying for 3 years now. It only has 176.6 hours on it. I'm guessing it would have a lot more if I wasn't spending all the time building the Super Duty. Price traffic 7 Mike Delta, back taxi runway 9 at price. Alright guys, we'll see how fast we can get off the ground today. I've got 22 gallons of fuel. And it's a cold day. I'm going to go to the very beginning here. Let's see what she can do. Off by that white line. You guys know the only reason I film these videos of flying, because I'm not doing anything exciting. I'm not going to meet anybody. I'm not going anywhere to land.
4232.
But I make these videos just because when I was building airplanes, I mean I still am, but when I was building like my first airplanes, I would always try to find flying videos just because it was motivational to keep going with the build. So hopefully that's what these videos will be for you guys, just some motivation if you're building a cruiser or a Zenith or I guess any kind of airplane really. You kind of just get to see what it's like to have it completed and flying and going out and just have a little bit of fun with it. Not much to look at down there. It's pretty ugly. It's all just brown and ugly. That's winter in Michigan for you. Still nice to get up and fly though. Got the sun coming through the clouds there. What do we have going on here? We're doing 116 indicated, 120 true. That's miles an hour. We're cooking along. do like flying early in the morning or late in the evening, just because you get the really long shadows on the ground. You can kind of start to see some of them down there when the sun decides to peek out of the clouds. Morning's probably better, but evening is pretty good too. There's nobody out today. I heard somebody at Tecumseh, that's way south of here. There's nobody out here, nobody even on ADSB. I've never seen a screen with nobody on it. But it's December 30th, so everybody's probably having Christmas parties or New Year's parties. I just decided to sneak out and go for a flight to enjoy probably the last nice day of 2023.
Sacramento 05 Alpha, turn in final runway 25, Tecumseh traffic.
We're going to go down to Brighton here. I have a buddy that lives on the airport. He said he's home. So instead of doing a high-speed flyby, we're going to do a low-speed flyby. Just kind of come around here and enter the pattern, and instead of touching down, we'll just give it just enough power to hover above the runway. Right, traffic 7 Mike Delta is about 4 miles to the north, entering the pattern for left downwind 22 for a low approach. Brighton. Right, traffic 7 Mike Delta entering left downwind for 22, Brighton. Right, traffic 7 Mike Delta final 22, Brighton. Or some people would say left final. Give it just a bit of power. 31 miles an hour. 28. And there we go. Right, traffic 7 Mike Delta departing to the north, right. 1,300 feet a minute in the climb right there. Although it varies, it's 900 right now. This dynon is pretty easy to use. We hit direct, we'll go to recent, and then my home airport, and then direct again, and there we go, we're all set. I was thinking if I could drag this thing through the air at 28 miles an hour, I wonder what the STOL would do. With those leading edge slats, I bet that thing would go a bit slower. The Cruzer isn't technically a STOL airplane, but man, it sure works great as a STOL plane. I know there's guys out there that build the Cruzer and then put the bush tires on it, and I think that's an excellent combination. Right now, 2,770 RPM, which is almost max continuous of 2,800, indicating 116, true airspeed of 119, well there's 120, and a ground speed of 116. Burning 5.9 gallons an hour. And if you guys are new to the channel and just happened to come across this video, this is a Zenith Cruzer. I finished it 2020. It has a dynon panel, and then the right side here is just an iPad. I wouldn't recommend doing this because in the daylight that iPad is really hard to see. If I would do this again, I'd put two dynon screens in here. I have a UL Power 350 IS, I think it is. I don't even remember now, jeez. But it's 130 horsepower. It does burn premium car gas. And you guys got an idea of the kind of the performance that the airplane gets. It's a two-seater, comfortable for cross countries or just short sightseeing flights. The doors bubble out, which is kind of nice because you can kind of stick your head out and see straight down. And then one of the things that Zeniths are known for is if you're banking the airplane, because of the design of the wings, you get really good visibility out over the top of the wing. It's a pretty awesome airplane. Price traffic, 7 Mike Delta's 4 miles south for 27 price. We'll do another flyby here. One of the problems at this airport is there's so much wildlife. There's deer, fox, cranes, rabbits, worms, crickets, all kinds of stuff to hit on the runway. I usually try to do a pass before I land, just to scare off anything that might be around and just to take a look. Especially in the evening, because this is a time the deer are going back and forth. Every evening they run through my yard. They go from the north side of the runway to the south side of the runway. Price traffic, 7 Mike Delta's on the left base for 27 price. This is Silver Lake down here. It's looking pretty smooth also. Nice day out today. Price traffic, 7 Mike Delta's on final for 27, low approach price. Look at that, you can't see, about 1,000 birds just went across the runway. There's 138 miles an hour at full power. And this airplane normally wouldn't do 138 in level flight. That was obviously a descent into the pattern and runway. Price traffic, 7 Mike Delta's entering left downwind for 27, low approach price. I saw Brian taxiing out in his Bonanza. He must have the same thought. Too nice of a day to pass up. It's been so crappy here in Michigan for so long. You get a nice day and you just want to get out in the plane and go. So I'm going to do another slow approach. And what's fun about these, if any of you guys are instructors, when I learned to fly, I was 13 when I started flying. And the guy I flew with, it was in a Cherokee 140. And he wasn't an instructor, but, it was a classic example of I'd wash his plane, he'd take me flying. But one of the things he had me do to learn how to land was basically that low approach like we just did in Bright. You fly over the runway slow, maybe not that slow, but I always remember he kept saying, don't touch down, don't touch down. And one of those times you'll accidentally touch down, and there you go, you got your first landing. I always thought that was a kind of a neat thing to practice. Price, 7 Mike Delta's on the left base for 27 price. Wow, there's a million seagulls down there on the water. Wow. Probably not exaggerating by much either. Hey Brian, did you see me go flying and you decided to go?
Actually, yeah, I heard you. I looked out the window and I didn't realize that it actually cleared up.
I was going to ask you if you wanted to go, but I was kind of in a hurry to get going.
I was just finishing up the books and decided to go.
There's a lot of birds out tonight.
Yeah, I see the sandhill cranes are back too.
It's 27 miles an hour.
That's cool.
Try that in a Bonanza. Can't believe Gordon didn't even invite us to his Christmas party.
It would be the first time if he did.
Switch fuel tank.
Price 7, make Delta left down 127. Price.
London Price, traffic, Bonanza is back taxi runway 27, London Price.
County traffic, 977 departing runway 13, Livingston County straight out.
Just gonna do a 360 here to give Brian time to back taxi and go.
London Price traffic, Bonanza 6 Lima Lima is departing runway 27, will be departing southwest. London Price.
Alright, he's rolling. Price 7, Mike Delta left base 27, Price.
Price's traffic, Bonanza departing the area southwest. London Price.
Price, traffic 7, Mike Delta's clear the runway, Price. Alright guys, one last thing I'm going to mention. A lot of YouTubers will use the number of thumbs ups they get or likes on a video to kind of judge the content. And I do that too. So if you guys like these kind of videos, if you want me to make these flying videos that don't really have any point or purpose, hit the thumbs up button. If you don't like it, that's fine too.